It's funny, after years and years of YouTubers calling out Disney and talking about the failures of Disney at the box office, on streaming, with the identity politics, the message they're pushing, the fact that fans have gone away, it looks like nearly everyone is ready to admit that that's exactly what has been happening. Even Disney themselves, released a financial report not that long ago that said, we realize that our messaging doesn't align with that of a lot of our audience. Disney's worried that woke is ruining their brand after consistent flops. And they've certainly seen their fair share of flops this year between Indiana Jones, The Marvels, Wish, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Nearly everything they put out. Only one movie that Disney put out actually broke even, and that was barely with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So now you have the Hollywood trades coming out and giving their report cards, their grades on all the big studios this year. And it's pretty funny. Even in a year where Disney lost over $1 billion at the box office, that's the reality. They lost well over $1 billion with their releases, and that's a conservative estimate. Even then, Disney has the lowest grade of any studio, but Variety won't even give them a fucking failing grade. How pathetic is that? Disney ends up getting a C+. Highs, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Little Mermaid, and Elemental. Both of these last movies lost fucking money.
What?
Both of these movies lost money. And then the lows are very low. The Marvels, Indiana Jones, and Wish. It is fucking insane. Now, a lot of these other ones, some people got like, A-, B+, B-. But this is the lowest grade of all these studios is Disney at a C+ for Variety. I don't know how this is not a failing grade. This is Disney's profit loss summary. This is a very conservative estimate, by the way, an extremely conservative estimate. When you look at all these flops and failures, including things from the 20th Century Studio as well, The Boogeyman, Haunting in Venice, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Elemental, The Creator, Little Mermaid, Haunted Mansion, lost almost $200 fucking million. Indiana Jones, Wish, The Marvels. At a minimum, you're talking about a $1.3 billion loss for Disney. And that somehow is not enough for them to get a failing grade from the mainstream media.
That's amazing. And the fact that they put Little Mermaid and Elemental in their wins column just shows how big of a loss it truly was this year. Like I've been seeing like a lot of people like crying. Like I saw a lot of people crying about Critical Drinker's title to his stream, like the worst year, or, Hollywood's worst year in generations or something like that. Whatever he said, decades. I can't remember.
You know what? That's based off a Hollywood Reporter article.
It's 100% accurate. Like I think there's been a lot of actually good movies this year, but these are like not big budget tentpole movies. Like if you're talking about Hollywood, and what they produce, the big tentpole movie studios, this has been a horrifically bad year for them. Horrifically bad, like next level. And there's no other way to dance around that. And yeah, like I saw the Hollywood Handle. I think they were like, Disney made they were the top movie studio this year with like 1.8 billion or something like that. And I saw a lot of Disney stands like, that one. And then somebody in the comments put the chart together with their losses or whatever. But like that is very misleading right there. That is very misleading.
Yeah, 100%. Guess what? And again, it's not even world. I think globally, Universal and Warner Brothers are ahead of them when you count international as well. But either way, when you look at highest grossing studios in 2023 domestic box office, what this is not factoring in is how much money they spent on all of those movies. Right? They lost money on everything they put out with the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy this year. And that maybe $20 million in profit.
Yeah.
And that's questionable at this point. Everything else was a box office loss. Whereas you look at Universal, right? You look at what Universal did. They had both Super Mario Brothers and Oppenheimer. So Super Mario Brothers, $100 million budget, ended up grossing what, 1.3 billion or 1.2 billion. Oppenheimer, $100 million budget, ends up grossing $950 million. Those are massive windfalls for them. Even when you look at Warner Brothers, they've had a lot of fucking DC flops, but they've had other stuff like Barbie. And I think Wonka's going to make money. I've been pretty staunch on that opinion even before it started picking up over Christmas, because I thought that was going to be the thing that did really well over the holiday. And it certainly looks like it's going to do a decent, make a decent number at the box office as well when it's all said and done. But yeah, it's fucking laughable that people are looking at that and be like, well, Disney comes out on top anyways. You all think they're failing. Yes, they are failing. It doesn't matter if you're making $500 million every single movie you put out. If you spent, I don't know, $70, $100 million on that, that's fucking great. If you're spending $400 million when you combine marketing and everything to get a $500 million at the box office, of which you get half, you are failing and you're losing money hand over fist.
Absolutely, 100%. And that's where Disney is right now. And so all of this stuff that we've been talking about leading up to this, the question becomes does it get turned around this year? And I don't think it does. I think we're seeing more of the same. Now, they don't have as many releases coming out this year, but that, to me, I think that's how they've even been able to keep their head above waters, because they've had so many releases this year, even though they've all lost money. But like, you know what I mean? But that's how they've been able to show that big number right there. But like, how many releases does Disney have in 2024 set up? Not many.
Like 7, I think.
Yeah.
But a lot of those are like they're not big Disney movies. Some of those are like Fox movies and shit. So 20th Century Studios. It's hard to not call it Fox, but the first Omen comes out. That's the 20th Century. That'll actually, those movies actually can make a little chunk of profit. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
That'll do good.
Inside Out.
On the budget. What's the budget for that movie? That's the question.
I think that'll do well, and I'm actually kind of interested to see.
I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it. The trailer looks good as hell. I don't know what the budget is on that one. It can't be anything out of whack.
I would guess 150 to 200 million, but
yeah. If it's 200 million, let's hope it's not 200 million.
Just based on how many effects and everything they're gonna have to do. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't see anything on there right now when I'm looking quickly. So, but let me get on to the rest of these. Inside Out 2 is
that's
Pixar.
That might do good. That might do good. Mainly just because of the nostalgia for Pixar, or for Inside Out. Pixar is a damaged brand though. So the question will be is has the damage to Pixar is it gonna overrun the nostalgia for Inside Out? And that's a very strong possibility. Very strong possibility.
The Deadpool movie, there's supposed to be some kind of alien movie, The Amateur, whatever the fuck that is. And then December 20th, Jeremy, you're gonna be excited for this. Mufasa, the Lion King.
Is this like live action? Is this the live action sequel?
It's the it's obviously a live prequel. It's obviously a prequel because about Mufasa.
Well, yeah. No, I meant the follow up though. So what I'm saying is the follow up the same universe? Is Jon Favreau directing?
I don't know who's directing this piece of shit. Let me check. Mufasa, the Lion.
I hated the Lion King, the live action Lion King so much. I hated it. To me, it's Zack Snyder's Lion King is what it feels like. It's soulless. It's terrible. I fucking hated it.
It's directed by Barry Jenkins, whoever that is, but it is a follow-up like in this universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a sequel of Mufasa's a Zombie, says Gunko.